What's going on, you heathens? Today we have a video from Falcon's Fighter Tales. This dude I actually have never seen before, but he did pop up on my screen, and as you can tell from the title, it's about the weird planes from Black Ops 6. And I'm glad I'm not the only one who noticed that the planes do look a little odd in that game, because they're like an amalgamation of a couple different planes, and this seemed like an interesting thing to look at, considering I think he probably knows a bit more about actual plane models and shit. Like, I'm more, what's the word? I'm more casual in my plane love, or jet love. So he probably knows a bit more than me. Let's jump in.
So I just played Call of Duty Black Ops 6.
Okay.
Honestly, not a bad game. It has some decent gunplay, it's got some interesting campaign features, and the multiplayer doesn't make me want to eat glass. Solid 5 out of 7, but that's not why we're here. My boy
the game
Zach
never
Hazard
really...
recently...
I got hyped more or less for it because it was like, oh, the Gulf War, that'd be cool to actually see, but it didn't exactly seem the greatest to me. The campaign seemed decent enough. Pretty cliche overall. But overall, it didn't look too bad.
Put out a video taking a good look at a god-awful blow-up diagram of an M16.
Why?
What?
Why?
At the end of the day, it isn't a huge deal given it's a background asset, but his critique was really entertaining nonetheless.
Like,
and it got me...
I don't know why. I mean, it's not hard to find a breakdown fucking poster of it, or so you can design your own. It's not hard. Or just buy one. It can't be that fucking difficult, can it?
Thinking. Back in the day, Call of Duty actually tried to have some sort of ties to the real world. No, I'm not even talking about Modern Warfare or Black Ops 1, but the Scrolls of the Elders. Back when the series was set in World War II.
Big Red 1, I think, was my very first
games, and they often took the extra
was
steps
my
to
very
ensure
first
that not only
fucking
the player's
Call of
weaponry
Duty.
were relatively grounded in reality, but the background assets.
Call of Duty, Big Red 1, I believe, was my first ever Call of Duty. My brother owned it for the PlayStation 2. That was the first one I played. And then I also played, what was it? Medal of Honor. Fuck, which one was it? I can't remember what it was. I've mentioned it in a previous video. Let me see if I can find it real quick. But it was a pretty good, I really enjoyed it. Oh, Rising Sun. That's what it was. Rising Sun was a really good, that I really enjoyed. But no, the early games have vibes that cannot be matched.
Sets would do the same. Sure, you had Stukas with inaccurate configurations, or M4 Sherman variants that were anachronistic, but they were still Stukas and they were still Shermans.
Yeah, and
when I learned that
they
the
fit
new
the
Black
time
Ops 6
period.
was set in the Gulf War, I was excited to see how it would pan out. It was the first digital war, featuring the first modern air campaign with stealth fighter attacks, precision-guided bomb strikes, and F-15 Eagles turning MiGs and Mirages into scrap metal. Given the association with air support Desert Storm had, I expected to see a good amount of
this is
aviation
basically
in the
what
game,
I was thinking.
Well, excuse me, what the f*** is that? So modern Call of Duty games typically don't go the lengths of modeling real aircraft. We did get a decently represented F4 in Black Ops Cold War, but for the most part, Treyarch has been creating stylized representations of aircraft. Starting in Black Ops 2, we got the FA-38, which was supposed to be like a successor to the F-35. Honestly, it doesn't look too bad, save for the engine intakes being dual gun ports.
Yeah, it's not
the worst
I've seen,
I'll give it a pass since that game was to be set in the far future year of 2025. Oh.
God.
It's not going to be the future much longer.
It's
I didn't
2025
play any of the new
already.
Modern Warfares. I didn't play Black Ops 3 or 4 or Ghosts with its infamous new dog model. But I did play Cold War.
Honestly, I played all those. They weren't bad.
Honestly, I loved the game. But the attempts to get around licensing aircraft really started to become apparent to me. Why are the stabs so small in the Tomcat? And oh god, you mean to tell me that's an AC-130? Now I have to wonder if the dramatic changes to aircraft has something to do with the 2017 AM General vs. Activision case, in which the manufacturer of the Humvee sued Call of Duty publishers for the depiction of their vehicle in games without a license. While the case was settled in Activision's favor, allowing them to use the Humvee under free speech, I'm sure they wouldn't want to deal with a similar case regarding aircraft.
Yeah, I can see that.
I have no solid proof of this, but I'm just saying.
No, but it's a pretty good.
Starting to create all.
Yeah, I can see you don't have solid proof, but it's a pretty decent thing to worry about. And also these planes, so I'm at 243. Where are they? Oh, they're not popping up right here. Where was it?
I expected to see a good amount of aviation in the game.
Okay, let's see.
Excuse.
Yeah, this is like a weird, it's like a weird amalgamation of like the A7, I want to say, and like the A6 tram. But it's a single-seater cockpit when it looks like it should be a two-seater, like the A6. It has like the cheeks of the A7, of the A6. It's like a weird version of like the A6. It's very fucking off-putting to me. So they really threw me off with that. I mean, you fucking modeled on the T-72 or whichever one it was. You modeled the fucking shell throwing, the shell ejector, but you can't get good modeling done for the fucking planes. I would hope it's just because you don't want to have to deal with another fucking court case.
Case regarding aircraft. Now, I have no solid proof of this, but I'm just saying, it's interesting to see them starting to create all these fantasy vehicles after 2017 in games like Cold War and Modern Warfare 2019. So that leaves us with the planes of Black Ops 6. This game actually decently models a few foreign aircraft like the Mirage 2000 and Tornado, which are used in kill streaks. In the campaign, however, you have a so-called stealth fighter standing in for the F-117. Honestly, while this thing...
I mean, it's not the worst. Because the F-117, while yes, it's a bomber, but it's under the designation of a fighter, hence the single C, hence the F. So that makes sense. I mean, the F-117, I didn't have a problem.
Have as good stealth characteristics as the real Nighthawk. I kind of like the look of it. It has a certain vibe to it that a fictional stealth fighter
but it doesn't
action movie
look the worst.
You know what? This one gets a pass.
And it also has
have the Blackbird
afterburners.
stand-in known as the Harp, presumably for high-altitude reconnaissance plane. This one's okay too. It almost looks like a blended wing body SR-71 and gives off Aurora vibes. You know, the supposed top-secret 90s prototype hypersonic recon bird? The one that had several documentaries and movies made about it? Oh hey, decent-looking Apaches. Yeah, they're longbows, which didn't exist for another 8 years, but I'll take it.
Yeah, it's an Apache and Apache.
Don't look any weirder than the Blackfoot and Metal Gear Solid V.
Yeah, they don't look too fucking bad.
They're kind of hybrids of UH and SH-60s, so it could be worse. Then we get to
the worst.
Whatever this is.
Yeah, like I said,
I'll tell you exactly what.
Like I said, it looks like it's supposed to be like an A6 tram.
This is. It's an unholy homunculus formed of an A7 Corsair II, an A6 Intruder, and for some reason, the English Electric Lightning.
Oh, yes, that's what I was thinking. It wasn't the tram. I think the tram is just the version that they had in War Thunder.
Corsair II.
Yeah, the A7 is the other one I was thinking of.
An A6 Intruder, and for some reason, the English Electric Lightning doing the job of the A10. This thing doesn't make any sense. I can understand if they were trying to blend the A7 and the A6 to create like a generic Navy attack jet for the game.
Yeah,
but it
has
twin afterburning engines stacked vertically in its ass end.
God,
Look,
why?
I can't wrap my head around how these engines are supposed to work.
Why? Why would you put those in of all things? Like, if you need a Navy fighter, the A6 would work, or just stick with the homunculus between the A7 and the A6. That's fine. It's whatever to me. But why would you not? But if you could do the F-111 that did work during the fucking war. Do the F-111. That'd be cool. Or if you really needed to, the fucking fan favorite, which is the A10. One of my fucking favorites. Put the fucking A10 in there. That makes more sense.
With 2 intakes on each side, you would need the ducts to twist from a horizontal to a vertical position in order to feed air to the turbines.
Oh god, I didn't even fucking think about that.
Who the fuck ever thought an afterburning A7 would be a good idea? Well, okay, you got me there. There was a concept for an afterburner-equipped Corsair II in the form of the A7F, but it was shit-canned as the F-16 was already on the case. But that still begs the question.
Yeah, F-16.
Who thought it would be a good idea to arrange the engines like this? Also, why are they strafing infantry when there are self-propelled AA guns right there, which would absolutely shred them?
Yeah, and honestly, they wait to fire the missile till then.
Activision, Raven Software, and Treyarch all got their buck, and only nerds like me would complain about it. So I guess just keep on doing this thing, guys, as long as you can save 10 to 20 grand on licensing fees. At least Black Ops 6 advertised itself as more of an action movie-style game than anything historically accurate.
which I'm actually really glad
I wish
about.
the Navy jet in Black Ops 6 looked better.
Yeah, this is just one of the things that just really fucking threw me off.
You want to hear something funny?
Yes.
In a way, working around paying defense contractors for licensing fees actually kind of makes Black Ops 6 more pacifist than Ace Combat 5. You know, the game's shoving all this wishy-washy war bat in your face while at the same time paying companies like Northrop Grumman, Lockheed Martin, and British Aerospace Industries tens of thousands of dollars. Save it now, funny. Kids. Hypocrisy.
That's pretty fucking funny. I do like that. Give you a like, bro. No, I'll even subscribe to you. That was a pretty fucking good video. Well, that was Falcon's Fighter Tales. Honestly, I really enjoy it. He's definitely a bit more, he definitely seems a bit more, actually, what's the word? Informed on planes than I am. So that's always fun to see. I always like seeing people who take their passion to shit. And yeah, it's a short, it's like 5, almost 6 minutes, not even 6 minutes video. Just on one small little scene that you see for like maybe 30 seconds. But, I mean, it bothered me. I didn't think anyone was going to mention it other than maybe on like a couple Reddit posts. But he made a full video on it. And I enjoyed it. I thought it was a pretty fucking interesting video. So, yeah. Make sure you check him out. Check out the video itself. Give it a like. Give him all the love you can. If you like me, leave a like on this video. Subscribe if you want to see more of me. And until next time, take care of yourselves.